I am Louise Bishop. I am one of the faculty here at the Clark Honors College, and I am a specialist in medieval English literature, which is the literature especially of the 14th and 15th century. Pre-Shakespeare, except if you take my class on Shakespeare, it's taught with a very medieval lens.
Could you cure the plague using magic?
You could cure the plague with magic as much as you could use magic to cure any disease, then or now. When was the last time you went to the Saturday market and got one of those crystals that people use to cure things? I mean, on the one hand, we always think of the Middle Ages as so backwards and besieged with plague and using magic to cure things, but there are medical texts from the Middle Ages, plenty of them. In fact, recently, one of the things that's happened is you've got many of the herbal remedies that were used in the Middle Ages are now being discovered to work contemporarily. They now understand the science of it. So, no, you could not cure the plague with magic any more than you could cure any illness with magic.
How often did people wash their clothes?
Such an interesting question. And actually, I did a little research on this one. And the great thing about clothes in the Middle Ages is, A, it's really different depending on what class you are. So if you're someone wealthy, you actually wash your clothes less often because you have many different kinds of them. For instance, in the Middle Ages, sleeves are detachable. So you could do things like wash your sleeve and leave the rest of the garment unwashed because you didn't need it. If you were not of the fancy class, then you probably had a wool outfit. And how many of us wash our wool sweaters all the time? We don't. But you had a linen undergarment, which you would wash maybe not once a week, but you would wash it frequently. However, people in the Middle Ages did not wear underwear.
Do you think everyone in the Middle Ages would be a flat earther?
Ha! No one in the Middle Ages was a flat earther. Do you know this is actually a calumny about the Middle Ages, that people thought the earth was flat? There was one person who was actually from about 600 Common Era who had a theory that the earth was flat. But frankly, every illustration you see from a medieval illustration of the cosmos shows it as a sphere. And it's these various spheres radiating out from a central earth. They did have that one wrong. But the earth was seen as a sphere. You have the music of the spheres. You have the moon in its own sphere, the stars in its own sphere. So no one thought the earth was flat. We just like to think that they thought the earth was flat because we want to feel ourselves as so superior.